Hello and thanks for joining me for another interesting edition of Idago Story Series. Idago is an Idoma word for wonders. So basically, on Idago Story, we narrate the extraordinary stories of everyday people. My name is Echela Okwori, aka Maddoxman. I am your storyteller. Our winning story for this week is by Julius Ako and is titled How I Met My Wife. It promises to be very interesting. Don't you go anywhere.
Yeah, my people, they call me Two-Face Idibia. Keep listening to Idago with Maddox Man. One love, man. One little man.
Idago. Okay, welcome back. And now the story. How I Met My Wife. My story dates back to the year 2001 when I was still in secondary school. I had seen this pretty girl and instantly taken a liking to her. I was then in SS2 while she was in junior secondary 2. After making inquiries about her from her classmates, I was told that her name was Ladi Blessing Oguche. At first, I didn't have the courage to approach her and express my feelings for her, so I sought the wise counsel of my cousin, Sam, who guided me on how to go about expressing my love for her. I was still not very confident, but I managed to become her not-so-close friend. After getting to know ourselves by name and being friends, the hard part was telling her my true intentions, which was the fact that I loved her and wanted her to be my girlfriend. I sought for different means to tell her how I felt about her, but I couldn't find one. My cousin Sam and my friends made fun of me for being chicken-hearted. After some time, I decided to write her letters, but all my letters were thrown into the trash bin without any reply. It's funny what love can do to a heart of a gentleman like me. I didn't care that my letters were not replied. I kept loving her and hoping that one day we would be together. Fast forward to 2003, when I had long lost contact with Ladi because none of us owned a cell phone. I had to console myself with a saying by a friend, which is, whatever will be, no matter the delay. My friend also said, if the heart is true, honest, and faithful, sooner or later, peace and nature will capture it. And that a heart that is hot today will find peace, healing, and love tomorrow. His advice to us as friends was to never give up until our breath ceases. Those words gave me hope that I would still find her again. After several years, I ran into Ladi in Abuja. This time, we were both graduates already. I almost didn't recognize her. Just like me, time had changed her. She looked more mature and beautiful. I still felt my heart beating as I saw her. After exchanging pleasantries, we exchanged phone numbers and the communication began from where it had stopped in secondary school. I would always call to check on her almost every day. One day, she invited me to join her in a church program at the Dunamis International Gospel Center, which I honored. After the church program, I persuaded her to hang out with me somewhere close to her house. We had a great time talking about lots of things, from life generally to work and even relationships. Afterwards, she saw me off to the bus stop and I said to her, thanks for your time. You really made my day. I bowed like a perfect gentleman and she also curtsied in response. We both laughed and said goodbye. 15 minutes later, when I got home, took a shower, and laid on my bed, the thought of her could not leave me. This might be my last bus stop, I thought. I like her, and not just for the moment. I really like her, I thought to myself. I decided to compose the following poem for her before going to bed that night. Passing by the waterfalls besides the fountains, I stopped to observe how each droplet took a unique and defined course. The phenomenon made my spirit soar, but calmed my troubled heart. This brought your thoughts to focus. I thought of your smile, brown, beautiful, and Irish white clean eyeballs. Your pretty face that my heart could never offer to see saddened. The only tears I can bear or allow to flow from your cheeks are the tears of joy and genuine happiness, because I know by hurting you is not any different from hurting myself. Meeting you was like a movie with a slow background music. I was afraid that I lost my heart to you, but now that I know you better, I am confident it will be safe in your care. Mystery lady, make yourself known to me so my heart can find its bearing and its true course, so my soul can be at peace and my life filled with immeasurable happiness, with divine love forever. I love you so much, my beloved laddie. I closed my eyes then and drifted to sleep in dreamland. From then on, it was clear that we were destined to be together. One fateful day, she invited me again for a church program. And after the program, we walked side by side and discussed our secondary school memories. We decided that night to become husband and wife. We lost each other after secondary school, but fate brought us back together again. We eventually got married, and by the grace of God, we will be celebrating our 7th anniversary in April this year. Meanwhile, I need to drop my account number here for Maddox Man to give me the 10,000 naira cash prize. All right, that's our story for this episode of the program. The moral lesson to learn from the story is that love is all winning. And if you're destined to be with someone, somehow you will find each other. And most importantly, it is good to be a gentleman. It's also good to be a lady, and to take your time to get to know yourselves better before marriage. That's our story for this episode. Join me next week for another edition of the program. Don't forget, you can win our 10,000 naira prize by sending a story of not more than 750 words to Maddoxman. Send it to idagostory@gmail.com. Idago is spelled IDAAGO story@gmail.com. Send your story, and remember that we are looking for stories that are captivating, stories that are weird or bizarre, and stories that are generally interesting. So send us that true life story that teaches a moral lesson, stories that people can learn from. I'll be waiting to receive your story. Bye for now.
Yeah, my people, they call me Two-Face Dibian. Keep listening to Idago with Maddox Man. One love, man. One little man. Idago.
Idago.